The first time I posted KJ on my Instagram, I lost almost 1,000 followers, and I was just like,
Ooh.
"For what? For what, babes?"
You're now listening to The Creator Code, the podcast dedicated to unlocking the secrets of your favorite online creators. Each week, we will deep dive into the tech, tips, and tricks to find out what truly makes them tick. Whether you're a new creator just starting out or an accomplished veteran, this show is made for you. And now, here's your host, MattyTingles.
All right, welcome to the Creator Code podcast. I am your host, MattyTingles. This is the podcast where we unlock the secrets of your favorite creators. Thank you so much for being here. As a reminder, full video of these episodes are on YouTube, so check that out. Also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there. Leave a 5-star review, especially on Apple Podcasts if you can. That is literally the only way that Apple lets us know if we're going to grow or not is those reviews. So, thank you for being here. We took last week off and we are back stronger than ever. So today, episode 13, we have a very, very special guest joining us. I'm talking 280,000 subs. 34 million plus views. ASMR artist, streamer, model, one of my favorites. Of course, I'm talking about April's ASMR. Let's get right to it. April, how
Ah!
are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little bit sick today, but I'm excited to be here on the podcast. We recently did a collab, and I personally love Matty. I've known Matty not personally, but I've been stalking his YouTube for quite some time now. So sometimes I'll pop up in a stream. I don't do too much stream watching, but I do stream. But when
Yeah,
I do get on Twitch to watch, I like to pop into like some of my favorite creators and like, yo, what's up?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm honored to be here.
Oh man, no, this is gonna be fun. I'm so happy that you are here. Um, let's get right to it. Let's get right to
Okay,
it. So
I'm down for
obviously
that.
the last year and a half or so has been kind of crazy.
Hmm.
How's that time been for you, and are things opening up where you're at, or what's going on there?
I think from a creator's standpoint, the type of jobs that we have, we were very blessed. We were very blessed with COVID, not, family wise or actually virus wise, but job wise, we
Yeah,
were already working from home in a sense, especially if you didn't have to travel for work. So it wasn't that hard to a point where it was, I couldn't work. Mentally, it was very challenging mentally. I had just got a relationship, so I had just got done being engaged to somebody, and
oh
on
wow,
top of on top of that, like then you get stuck in the house. After you're with somebody for so long, and then they leave you and break your heart, you think you want to go out and just have like this
yeah,
amazing time, or like you want to spread your wings and learn more about yourself, and then you're locked in your house, and it's just like the craziest
ooh,
thing. So it took a
wow,
really big mental toll on me, and it took a toll on my channel as well. Like I stopped producing stuff for a little while, and I was just like, screw it,
yeah.
whatever. It took a big toll. It was weird. It was a really
How
weird moment, but it's better now, way better now.
how long? Just out of curiosity, how long of a break did you take from uploading?
Like, so it wasn't like a consistent, like long-term
Right,
break. It
right.
was always like, oh, I'll post once a month, maybe.
Okay,
And that once a month video was like probably not even 20 minutes long. And
okay.
I wasn't myself. I was very
Right,
depressed and like I
right,
wasn't smiling. I was just like, let me just tap on this. Let me
right.
just grab something and like let me just make these noises and then
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
exit myself.
Right. I've
Now
been
it's
there.
totally different. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's totally
Well,
different now.
I'm only asking because I've had a lot of guests on here, and a lot of ASMR artists ask me about taking breaks, and everyone's like super scared to take even like a week off because they
Oh my
think that they're
God,
gonna
yeah.
get like punished by the algorithm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the algorithm does. I had to, what was it? I just recently, I think like I think you liked one of my tweets, but like I was out
Yeah,
of town for like 2 weeks
yeah,
and I was gone from home and I'm about to take another break because I'm about to be gone for like almost a month away from
yeah.
home.
Oh
I
wow.
came back after being gone and I posted a video and it was like rated 10 out of 10 on my channel.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was just the algorithm had stopped pushing me because I had been gone for so long. And I just sat there and I
Right,
was like, man, F it. It's
right,
fine. We're going to keep pushing. And then I just kept pushing more videos out and kept doing me. And my
right.
algorithm went back to normal. It was just the weirdest thing. It is a very scary thing that YouTube does.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear by now, right, that consistency is a
Right.
big part of it. But I also think long term though, like, you did that break last year, and then when you started uploading again, like your channel has been growing and doing really well. So it's like,
Yeah, and I think that has a lot to do as well, like, with the type of people that you draw to, like, your
right,
channel as well, and the
right.
type of authenticity that, like, you can bring. Like, you can see, a great person that I use, for example, is, Gentle Whispering. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Maria.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
call her
yeah, of
Mama
course.
Maria. I don't care, she could
Yeah,
leave for a year, and I'd be like, "I'll wait for you, queen. I'll come back. As soon as she
absolutely.
uploads a new video, I'll be back,
Yeah, yeah.
queen." I love her.
Yep.
I think if you just
Yeah, no,
like, you're just a good.
she's on my Mount Rushmore, if you will, of ASMR artists. She's the one.
Mm,
She's up
me
there.
too.
I met her a couple years ago at VidCon. She was super nice. Super, super nice.
I'm jealous. I would sell my left toe. In fact, no, the whole left foot. I would sell my
Yeah,
whole left foot to meet Maria. I would just love to be in her air and her presence. Like,
yeah,
oh my God, I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Maria.
Absolutely. She's fantastic. Um,
Mm.
all right, so give me a little bit of history into ASMR with you. How'd you come across it? And what made you start creating?
I think my first ASMR experience was when I was in middle school.
Mm,
I had an English teacher named Miss Trexler, and she had a very soothing voice. She was older. She was an older woman. Um, and we were in the laboratory, or like they call it the laboratory or the computer room. And I didn't know how to work something on the computer because when I was growing up, computers were fairly new. So
yeah.
when we went, it was like a big thing to go to the computer lab. She would come over and like she would she would explain something, but it's quiet time on the computers. Everyone should be quiet. She would whisper like into people's ears and help them click on the keyboards and stuff like that. And that was
Right.
tingles galore. And then
Ah,
yeah, and then from there, like, I discovered, like, Toy Story. The
yeah,
Toy Story is, like, really good for tingles. There's a lot of secret, ASMRs and a lot of videos, and these producers
absolutely.
and the directors, obviously, they know what they're doing when they do that. They just
Yep.
did like, some of them probably just didn't know it was called ASMR, but they know that it stimulates the brain. Moving forward, college years, I was in college, and I'm a pre-med psych with a MyChem. One of my psychology classes, I was going through a lot. I was really depressed, and one of
Yeah.
my TAs were like, like you should really get into ASMR, and I already knew what it
Mm,
was. So I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Started watching ASMR more frequently. Then I was already watching it, but I kind of honed into it for like more like relaxing and
yeah.
stress. I had a lot of anxiety. It helped a lot.
Yeah.
And then end of the year came right before spring break, not really end of the year, end of the semester, I should say. End of semester came and we had to do a final project. And the final project was basically doing something that's out of your comfort zone. I'm a
Okay.
very quiet person when it comes to like large groups of people. So in class, I would not like do a whole ton of stuff.
Okay.
I would just sit there by myself. So I was like, let me just put myself out there and I'll film an ASMR video and I'll post it
Oh,
to
wow.
YouTube. Yeah, so it was not like an intentional thing where it's like, "Oh, I wanna become a YouTuber." I did that, and then, spring break came. I did great on the final, by the way, it was amazing.
Nice.
Um, I passed, thank you, Jesus. I went I went on spring break, and, I was so broke at that time, I barely scraped enough money to go to this cruise with my ex-fiancé and his family, and they
Mhm.
helped me pay for a little bit, along the way. I went and I didn't have enough money to pay for like those international SIM card things where like you can have internet and like cellular
Yeah.
data all over everywhere. So I was like, fine, that's look, great by me. I have a week and a half to myself. It'll
Yep.
be great. No one's gonna call me. Amazing.
Right.
I get back out of customs from Mexico and I'm sitting there and I get turn my phone back on. And as I turn my phone back on, like my screen, like my home screen just starts piling with notifications from like YouTube,
Oh.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, this, and this. I was like, oh my God. And the worst thing that happened in my mind, I was like, did something happen? Like, did
Right.
I do something? Like, I thought something, the worst possible thing could happen.
Right.
It just turns out that one video of this got a heck of a lot of views and it caused a lot of traction and
Nice.
it spread across like all my platforms and people were asking me to keep doing it. So I figured I would do what I most enjoy, which is fast and aggressive. Because when I listen to ASMR, I try to go for tingles.
Right.
When I would do relaxing ASMR, I go to Mama Maria's account and I
Yeah.
let her talk to me like she's my mom. I'm like, yeah,
Right.
I'm Mama Maria. She makes me feel so comforted. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna lay down. Go ahead and do your
Absolutely.
carpet role play. Sell me
Yep.
something. Yeah, but that's pretty much my story. And now I've been doing it. I just hit my 2-year mark, I think last month, month
Nice.
before last. So I've just now been on here for 2 years, and what a
Nice.
wonderful place. I've met some really
Yeah,
great people. So it's
absolutely.
exciting. It's so exciting.
I love it. That's kind of uh a unique beginning. That's funny.
It is. And I'm sick, so I sound like a man. I'm so sorry, but I am buff,
No, you're
so
good.
I'm a woman.
All right. Well, that's a good segue actually. So talk to me about fast and aggressive ASMR, which is very popular right now. I would say at
Really?
least from what I've seen, I think it's one of, like there's so many trends that happen, and that's honestly a big part of the job that no one really talks about, is like just
Trends.
keeping up with everything that's working, you know what I mean? And I
Right.
think the fast and aggressive thing is a really big one right now. I see that pop up everywhere. Um so talk to me about that, cuz that's you do that a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
I love fast and aggressive.
yeah.
And I love when I get those people in my comments, they're like, "This isn't relaxing." I'm like, "Sweetie, if you can type, that means I know you can read. I know
Right.
you saw this title. I know you saw it say fast, aggressive." And I'm like people call it ADHD ASMR because it's like everywhere, and I just
Mm.
relate to it. It's so nice for me to do fast and aggressive ASMR. It's like soothing to me when I do it. There's been times where I've fallen asleep doing my videos because I'm like,
Oh,
wow, like
wow.
this is yeah, I love fast and aggressive ASMR. It's
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like a really big trend. I know there's been a couple more people, and I've had some of my followers and some of my fan bams. I call them fan bams or butterflies.
Yeah.
My fan bams, they'll send me like pictures of other people who like copy my content, which
Yeah.
I don't mind. Like if you feel like you want to do some fast and aggressive content, whether you're a big creator or a small creator, go for it, sis. I'm all
Right.
out here like steal my titles, steal my ideas. If you credit me, that's fine. If you don't,
Right.
that's fine because it's hard to be original on YouTube. Like I feel like everything's
Yeah.
been done. And there's some things that I've created out the wazoo. Like it's just like something that you will not see every day. And people
Right.
are like, what is wrong with her? I'm like, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. Look, you get these tingles, right? You feel it. You
Right.
feel it now, Mr. Krabs. I'm like, it's gonna be great. But I do some really weird stuff like chewing on Barbie doll heads or like, like
Yeah.
a therapist who also is gonna kill you. Like it's fine. Like if we're gonna have a great time here. Just sit
Yeah.
back and relax. And let me just take you on this roller coaster.
Right.
But I enjoy it. Like it's the same way that I would enjoy regular ASMR too. I like I said, I didn't know it was like a huge trend. I have seen more and more people do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a huge thing
I
like
think it's a
that.
pretty big one right now.
Oh wow.
Um would you say, I don't think I've talked to anyone about this before, but like, I think once you get a certain following and some certain level of success, right? You start to realize on your channel like what works.
Yeah. I
Um
definitely have done that. Yeah.
would you say that the fast and aggressive is like definitely one of your go-to of like, okay, this one, so like like you can experiment and do like the Barbie like something different, but then you can always go back to that one thing that you know is gonna work. Do you have that?
100%. And I'm not sure if you saw like most recently on my channel, it was like a couple months ago, I wasn't doing fast and aggressive anymore. Um, I had started doing some stuff that I just wanted to like I had just moved into this home that I'm in now.
Yeah.
And I felt like my whole like being was like just not fast and aggressive anymore. And I just did not
Mm,
feel like doing fast and aggressive content. And in my mind, I was like, dang, do I take the dig and like take the like lower views because I want to do what I want? And it got
right.
to a point where I was getting into a really bad mental state because I'm living alone,
Yeah.
not make like I'm not happy with what I'm making. I don't want to do this. So why am I doing this? It's COVID. Everyone's at home.
Yep.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And I did what I wanted to do. And it didn't do bad. Like it was fine. Like in perspective to like view wise on my channel. Like if you go through my channel, you'll see where I did things different, but it's not that big of a
Right.
drastic thing. So
Right.
I have a really great community. Luckily I'm blessed to have the community that I have.
Yeah.
But they even mentioned it like before I went back to fast and aggressive. They're like, yeah, we kind of missed the old you where you did fast and aggressive and role plays
Sure.
and stuff like this. And I was like, okay, I did it. So I went back and now that's what I'm doing now, and it's going
Yeah. I
well, and
mean,
I'm enjoying it.
I think that's a big part of kind of planning content as a creator, right? And for creators out there listening, no matter like where your channel's at, I think it's really good advice to try to find a balance of, you know what I mean, find that niche, find that thing that you know the people that are watching love, right? So for instance, like I would say for you, for sure, the fast and aggressive, for sure. That seems to work
Mm-hmm.
every time, right? And then like for me, definitely I have a few because I've been doing this for a while, and that's obviously the shoe collection one. I'm on like shoe collection like 40 or something like that. Like I've done a ton of
Yeah.
them, right?
Cheers. Cheers.
But that's always been my thing is like if I find something that works, um we double down on it and see how far we can go, right? So I have a lot of different series that I'm on like number like 7 or 8, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But those are always the ones I can go back to where I know, okay, I know this is gonna go. I want to try some other stuff. If that works, cool. And if it
Right.
doesn't, I can always go back. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's important to kind of find that balance too of like definitely find something that works. Always have that one thing in your back pocket that you're like, I can always like people are gonna love this if I go back to it.
Yeah. And I think one of my biggest changes is also like it's almost like what I wear too.
Yeah,
Like that's
sure.
one of my biggest changes. And I was always really like I'm very like insecure about a lot of parts of my body.
Hmm.
And when I was younger, I was obese, and
Hmm.
I would wear sweatshirts and long sleeves no
Mm,
matter the weather. I would literally rather sweat than sit there and take my hoodie or my jacket off so people can see my
yeah,
arms. And when I started YouTube, I was still in that mentality, even though I lost the weight. And I used to tell people like, "Oh, I don't really wear cutout shirts, this and this and this." One, because it avoided people sexualizing me.
sure.
That was the biggest thing, was like people will sexualize literally anything,
Oh,
anybody,
for
especially if you're a
sure.
female, which sucks. And I'm sure males get it too, because I've seen some ASMR artists with some risky things in their comments. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, but I finally started wearing cutouts, and I started to like feel better
Yeah,
about my arms. I was like, screw it. If you don't like my arms, that's fine. Because guess what? There's nothing you can tell me that I haven't already told myself about my body. Screw
exactly.
you. Like, I hate my
Yep.
arms too. What's up? There was one comment. She was like, oh, there was one comment that was like, she looks like she could take somebody with those arms. I'm like, yeah, take your daddy out. Let me stop. Oh, stop it. No, but it's
I
just
mean,
really nice. Like, I've started to say screw it a lot.
I like that. I like it. And again, that's another thing for creators out there too. Like, we cannot tell you any more than we already have how important a thumbnail is.
Mm,
it is so important. I've heard people argue that it's more important than the content. I don't think that, but I think it's close.
I think it should match the content. I think you should have
I
like
think
a
it's close.
bomb thumbnail and some bomb content.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't
I
have some
agree.
bomb content because you're in the funk, I understand.
Of course,
I get
of
it.
course. It's but it's
Kudos.
that's like a big, I don't know if that's insider info, but it's just like it's pretty obvious, right? Like have a good looking thumbnail. And of course, you know, do what you're comfortable with, of course, and what your
Right.
brand is and all of that. But whatever it is, thumbnail super important, creators out there. Um Speaking of shoe videos on my channel, we had the opportunity to collab recently. Um
Yeah.
How great was it to work with me? I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This isn't a joke. This is not a drill. He's not
I'm
playing.
playing. I'm
It
playing.
was amazing. I
I'm
can
playing.
honestly say, honestly speaking, and I think you'll understand this. I'm not sure how many collabs like you do, like on a normal basis.
Mhm,
I personally, and I'm gonna be very honest with you, I hate collabs.
mhm,
Like, I really hate it because of the fact that I'm really bad at sticking at a schedule, and I hate letting people down too. So being bad at sticking to a schedule and then hating letting people down
mhm.
does not meet very well in the middle when it comes to collabing. But
Right.
it was the best time when I collabed with Maddie, because he understood the fact that, like, I was going through something, or, like, if I was
Yeah.
late a little bit, he was like, "No, I understand, it's great." Because there's other people who, like, kinda get kinda mad about it. I'm like, "No, I'm just not in a good place right now," and then I'm
Right.
also working in real life, and I'm not home, and then I also take care of my family, like, back
Yeah.
home in the country, in the sticks. So, I have a lot of things to worry about. I freaking love working with Maddie, and that's why when
Yeah.
you hit me with the podcast, I was like, "Oh, fudge, yeah, this is gonna be a good one." And you're
Yeah.
just so sweet, and, like, I told Rafi this too. Like I told Rafi, I'm like, Rafi just looks like he could give like really great bear hugs. And I feel the
Yeah.
same. Like I just want to hug you every time I see you. Like you're just like look so like I just you know what I'm saying? I love
Yeah.
working with Matt. It was so easy. Plus he had some really great shoes. I have seen his shoe collab, not collabs, but shoe like series before.
Yeah.
He has great shoe collection. He has great taste. Great
Yeah.
taste. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Really great. Really
No,
great. 10 out of 10.
that was fun. That was fun. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad we
It was
did that.
nice. Heck yeah.
And thank you for doing that too. I used to do a lot of collabs. I didn't do any for like a year. I used to do them
It's
like
hard.
once or twice a month. Um,
It's hard though.
it is, yeah, it is.
It is hard, especially when you're
It,
doing ASMR. It's not like you can just bump into somebody in person, like, "Hey, let's meet up and whisper." Especially during COVID,
right,
you gotta film it.
exactly.
You gotta put it into an email or put it on YouTube. They gotta download it. Then you gotta sync it. It's a lot.
hmm
It's a lot.
hmm hmm hmm
Maybe
I
I'm just
do think
lazy.
though. I'll say this too though. Like it's a pretty simple equation for creators if you're listening out there as well. Collabs can benefit you exponentially if you do it right, because and it benefits everybody, because so for instance, like for this one that we did, right, like one, it was a shoe collection, so the people on my channel loved it, right? Then they see your part, and you came with some heat with the
The
shoes as
shoes.
well. So then they're like, "Oh,
Sheesh.
man, she's great. I'm gonna go sub to her," right? And vice versa.
Mhm.
And so it's a really good networking tool, if you're comfortable with it, to get out there and collab when you can, because it really is. It kind of cross
It's definitely good
pollinates the
for business.
fans.
Yeah. Heck
Um.
yeah.
All right, moving on. Moving on. What's your favorite part of what you do? Uh,
Hmm.
as a content creator.
I That's a hard. I think there's a lot of great avenues, especially with the line of content that we create.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite thing is there'll be times that I usually don't go through my Instagram DMs because it gets really sketch in there. Yeah,
Smart.
it gets
Yeah.
really sketch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of private areas, so men and females too. I'm
Yep.
very
Yep.
flattered.
Yep.
But I try to avoid it. But sometimes I'll go through there and I'll get like long messages from people who are like have PTSD, have a lot of depression, have anxiety, and they're like, "You just saved my life tonight," or like, like
Yeah.
you really helped me go to sleep. Like I'm in an abusive home, like or relationship. Like if those things like that will have me crying at my phone at 2 in the morning, just sitting in bed, like, oh my God,
100%.
like especially when, yeah, like, and you feel like sometimes you just, sometimes, and that might be for you too, but I know for me at least, I feel like I'm just whispering into a mic. Like sometimes I'm
Yeah.
sitting here and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm just whispering to like a camera, and it adds a personification to what you're doing, that you're not just whispering to a mic, you're whispering to people. These
Yep.
people have lives, these
Yep.
people have problems, and there's a reason that they're watching this. Like I know personally for me, the reason I love watching Gentle Whispering Maria is because I have a lot of mommy issues. Like me and my mom do not get along.
Yeah.
I've had a very rough relationship with my mom, abusive. Like it was really bad, and I was really glad to get out of the house. And now we
Yeah.
function better now that I'm not underneath her home. But
Right.
Maria, she does this thing where she gives like really great motherly energy.
Oh
And I
yeah.
forget sometimes that people cater to like, stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's a reason people do that. There's a reason people watch you. There's a reason people watch me. The reason I watch
Absolutely.
Maria is because she makes me feel like she just feels like a safe home. Like that's a
Yep.
great way to put it. I feel so safe when she talks to me. It's like,
100%.
yes.
100%. Couldn't agree
Mm,
more.
mm.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, stay away from stay away from the IG DMs when you can. That stuff gets wild.
Saturated.
Oh man. All right. So you just spent some time in New York for work, and I only know that because we haven't talked about it, but I just from following your socials. Um, can you talk about any of that, or is it all
Mm,
secret?
I don't think I signed an NDA. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I don't think I
Okay.
signed anything that I can't talk. So I'm very open about it. Yeah, I could
Okay.
tell you
Creator
about
Code
it. It's not as
podcast
great.
exclusive. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Get my
I'm
ash going. I have no lotion on right now. I'm gonna start a fire over here.
kidding.
I no, it's one of those reasons why I was out of town for so long too. Since COVID has been a little bit better, now not speaking on Delta, knock on wood, it's been, progressing to a point where I can travel.
Yeah.
I was doing acting and modeling before I did ASMR actually.
Okay.
And when I started doing ASMR, I stopped with modeling and acting for a long time. For those 2 years I was doing ASMR, which I'm still doing.
Okay.
And I just now started hopping back into modeling and stuff again. And I think I was always really discouraged about modeling because I'm only 5'7", and
Hmm.
these girls are naturally like 6 feet tall. Like I thought I was tall,
Right.
and then you go to
Right.
New York, everyone's 6'1", 6'2", and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go home. I would like to go home now. Um,
Yeah.
but in New York, basically, I had photo shoots. I shot. I think I can talk about it because there's no conflicts on the contract and there's no NDA for Tennessee.
Yeah.
When I was in Tennessee, I shot a commercial, and a commercial for Tennessee. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk today because my throat is sore. Sorry. While I was in Tennessee, Chattanooga, by the way, it almost feels a little bit like home, but
Yeah.
I was in there, and I did a commercial for Not Your Mother's Hair Care. And I
Okay.
was really proud of myself for booking that because I think when you come from a social media standpoint, a lot of times you'll see these girls or these guys who book jobs because of the fact they have followers.
Sure.
Whenever I go to sets, whenever I go do an acting gig or like a commercial photo shoot, I don't tell anyone where I work. I lie and I say I work at Wells Fargo because that's where I used to work.
Got it.
And I don't give anyone my social media handle. I don't tell them what I do for a living. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just a normal person. I just, I'm out here. Like, I got to go back to a 9 to 5 later.
Yeah.
And it makes it all equal. I hate that advantage that
Oh,
people
yeah.
get for having followers, which sucks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of modeling agencies now. Before, social media was so big, they would just look at you, your sizes, your height, or whatever, and see what you had to offer. They
Right.
now require you to give your social media follower count, your average
Oh, yeah.
posts,
Yeah.
likes you
Yeah.
get, the amount of story stuff that you get. I'm just like, this is
Mm-hmm.
bull.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was just out there. Not Your Mother's Hair Care in Tennessee. New York was for business with Montserrat. The Allure store popped out. Olga Skincare that I work with, they just popped in at the New York Allure store.
Love it.
I'll go back. Yeah, August 10th, I leave and I'll be gone for the rest of the month. I'll be in Tennessee, and I made Billboard and magazine for
Let's go.
Not Your Mother's Hair Care. So catch me on billboards and magazines.
Let's
And I was really
go.
proud of myself. And I never thought I literally, okay, so I didn't think they were going to call me back because when I met the other girls that were there, 6 foot tall, they were just like, typical, like what you would think a
Yeah.
model would look like is like just, tall, very skinny. I'm
Right.
not a twig. Like I'm a size 2, but I'm not like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not this. I wish, sometimes I could be this, but I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm not this, I'm
Yeah.
this. Um, but I really didn't think I was going to call back. So I was crying for about 2 hours after I got the call from the producer that they called me back for a billboard and magazine.
Yeah.
It's very emotional, very
Yeah. I bet.
emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very blessed with that. I'm excited. I hate traveling though,
Oh, really?
badly. Yeah, I hate flying really
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I get sick. That's probably why I'm sick now because of the fact I've been traveling so much and I came home for a little bit.
Hmm.
I'm dying. It's
Hmm.
okay.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, congrats on all of that. I think that's, man, that's a good look. It's a really good
It's
look.
scary. Now I'm trying to stay away from modeling, which is it's not something that I want to do personally. I enjoy
Yeah.
acting. I like being that, and I did a couple things before COVID came. So like right when COVID came, I was a special feature in Harriet the movie. I was in
Hmm.
Walking Dead and things like that. And that's what I really enjoy, like being like doing stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
Modeling is fun and stuff. It's very, I don't want to say plastic because I enjoy my job, but like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's I don't know, it's not for
I
me.
get it.
It's
I
not for
mean, look,
me.
I don't think I ever posted about this. And I just gotta uh, uh, flex just a little, just a little.
Pull them guns out,
Um,
flex it, baby.
I was on billboard and bus ads in Toronto for the movie that we shot in Toronto. And actually, I never got to see. Someone sent me a picture of the bus ad. I never got to see the billboard though.
Oh my god, you should have went to
Um,
Canada and been like, "I just need to find a bus real quick. Everybody get
I
out my way. I just need
know,
this is me. This is my face
I
on this bus.
know,
Please back
I
up."
know,
Actually, can you take a
I
picture of
know.
me? No. You should have done that, Maddie. You should have done that.
Anyway, look at us on billboards, huh?
I know. Who would have thought?
Love it.
Not me.
I love it. I love it. All right, so that's also a really good segue. I know that you've worked with some brands before, and not necessarily just in YouTube, but even with what you were just talking about and stuff. Um, what do you look for in a brand? Because like for me, like I get 20 emails a day from companies that want to work, and normally 20 of them I don't want to work with, and normally a lot of them are
Yeah.
scams, and a lot of them are, what I mean. Um, what do you look for? What do you look for in a brand? So even the stuff that you just shot and all of that, what are those specifically do for you compared to brands that you don't necessarily work with?
Yeah, I try to stick to my guns and my morals. Like for me personally, I don't smoke and I don't drink.
Hmm.
Um, I recently came across Mellow, which is like a vapor, water vapor pen, a diffuser, pretty much an
Yeah,
aromatherapy diffuser. And my manager, which I think is your manager too, Ben.
yeah.
Yeah, Ben
Shout
was
out to
talking to
Ben.
me. Shout out to Ben. Ben's amazing.
Oh yeah,
I was very much on the fence about doing that sponsorship because of the fact that like it looked like an e-cig, if that makes sense, and it was just kinda,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
borderline with my morals a little bit, and I was just like but he reassured me, he was like, "There's no drugs, there's no nicotine, it literally says it on the package, it's vegan, it's pesticide free," like, he talked to me about it, he was like, "It's gonna be okay." So
yeah,
Ben does this thing where he's, like, hyping me up in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it." So I did it, and, like, it wasn't so doing things that kinda align to, like, what I do,
yeah.
or something that I find that would be a good necessity, if that makes sense, like, if it's something that I would actually use, which is really nice. There's
Right.
some stuff that comes in my email that I don't even forward to Ben because I'm like, this I'm not
Oh
gonna do
yeah,
it.
no, that of course,
It's a
of
waste of
course.
his time and my time. Like it's just a waste of time.
I got like 2 days ago. I got one for a new menstrual pill,
I
and it's
had a
like,
sex toy company reach out to me recently and I was just like, I
yeah,
don't like mixing there's people who do like sexual ASMR and that's up to you. Like
yeah,
that's,
yeah,
that's your thing. That's your niche,
yep,
you do that. Like that's you.
yep,
But for me in my house, I don't do that in my thing and it's just something that I keep separate. Like
yeah,
I don't, do that.
absolutely,
So they email me 3 times back to
yeah,
back. Not even a day
yeah,
like a separate. It was like email this, hey, just making sure you got it. And it was a matter of like 2 days.
yep,
They emailed me 3 times. And I was like, okay, no. So I
yep,
said no. I was like, I'm not gonna forward this, but no. Just
yep,
no. And I gave a
absolutely,
good
yeah.
reason. I was like, I don't mix that.
Yeah, I mean, look, you gotta keep up with obviously what you're comfortable with, but also you have to remember too, like, and this is not just talking to you, I'm talking to everyone listening as well. If you're a creator, like every decision you make is part of your brand. Every single
Mm,
decision, every thumbnail, every sponsor, everything is part of your brand, right? And
yep.
at some point, you just have to kind of make a decision of what direction you want your brand to go, right? And most of the time that's saying no to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
sometimes people will throw a ridiculous number at you, like, well, I'll pay you this and this and this. Like the
Yeah.
what's it called? The sex toy company was like, they offered me 10K. And I was like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
I said, "Nope." I said, "That's a really nice number, and I'm very flattered, and I'm very honored that you would,
Oh
and tell me
man.
that, but no, I'm
I
sorry."
would oh my god. I don't even want to I try not to think about I don't want to think about where I'd be if I
He
said yes to
said, "I
anything.
don't wanna think about it." He said, "I
It's
can't do you
it's
can't be
oh
depressed on a
my
Friday."
I don't think I've ever said this either. And look, this sounds crazy, but really when you really think about longevity and potential, I had in 2019 I had a company offer me 1.5 million for my whole channel. Just they own everything, they get all the revenue, they get everything, and they own all
Oh
the
my
content.
gosh.
And in my mind
That's a big risk, though.
I was like, I mean, am I going to make that in the lifetime of the channel? Right.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
and then also I don't own anything after that. And so I turned it down. Who knows if I regret that later in life? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think ownership is a huge thing. Ownership, own your content. And look, you have to remember too, like these brands, like uh uh they're working for you,
Right.
right? They're using you as they're paying you, of course, but they're using you as advertisement, right? To
Right.
sell their stuff, right? So
Mhm.
you just have to remember, like, we're also in charge. We can also call the shots. We can also say, I need
Heck
this.
no,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so outside of YouTube, you stream.
Yeah. I started streaming on TikTok
Um,
recently.
oh, really?
Yeah, because I was getting impersonated there for so long. So, I
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
saw that.
yeah, right. I originally started doing, Twitch live streams, which is I love my Twitch community. We're so chill.
Yeah,
We're the sheesh boys, like, we out here, we doing our
yeah,
thing. We're pretty chill.
yeah.
And then, multiple different accounts started using my face and stealing my content off YouTube and then playing it on loop
Mm,
for days and days and days. And the algorithm was pushing it to a point where they had over 20,000 live viewers at a time watching my content.
whoa.
Yeah, and they were taking, like they would just take my watermark out because I have a little symbol too at
Right.
the end of my, like, on my stuff, like, it's crazy. So what
Yeah.
I decided to do, I was crying and really stressed out about it, and me and Ben had talked about it, and, Ben was like, I asked him if there's anything I can do. He didn't know if he could do anything. I didn't know. I'm very new to TikTok. TikTok sucks,
Yeah.
but it's great at the same time. You can't really
Yeah. Yeah.
reach anybody at TikTok. Um, got some of the accounts down, but it's even still happening right now. There's someone right now. There's someone live for my content, which
Hmm.
I guess is free promo for me now that I look at it. But I
Yeah.
guess
I mean, yeah.
it
It
sucks.
goes
It's a
both
double
ways.
edged
It's
sword. Yeah, double
exactly.
edged
Yep.
sword. My other manager that I have, she was like, you know what you should do? And I was like, what should I do? And she was like, you should go live on TikTok and start using
Mhm.
your TikTok for ASMR. I was like,
Sure.
don't want to do that, but let's give it a try. I've been doing it for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and I now have over, like, 120,000 followers on TikTok, and I
Yeah.
get tons of, like, views off TikTok now, and I do live streams where I have, like, at least 6 or 7,000 people coming into a TikTok live stream, and they sit there and they're all really friendly,
I
and it's amazing now.
it's look, I'm basically, whenever I put a video up, I always put up a TikTok version for every video, just to kind of, go back and forth with that. But look, there's no question, like, the growth you can get on TikTok is insane
Crazy.
with minimal work. Like,
It should
it's
be
it's really
illegal.
insane. Yeah, it's really
It should be
insane.
illegal.
And look, as of right now, the hashtag ASMR on TikTok has 157 billion views.
Oh my
170,
god.
157 billion views. You know what I mean? So I didn't take it serious for a long time. And then I started seeing people, like, go crazy on there with growth.
Yep.
And
It spreads
whew,
so quick. It spreads quick. Do you know who
it's
Lucy
insane.
ASMR is?
Yeah, yeah.
I freaking love Lucy ASMR. I found her on my TikTok For You page and it translated over and I found her on YouTube. She's grown so quick on
Yeah.
YouTube because of TikTok. And I'm really proud of her. She's really nice and
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I love her lo-fi. I hit
Yep.
my mic.
Yep, yep. Yeah, no, it's the growth, the potential growth on TikTok is
Crazy.
craziness.
It's too easy to get famous on TikTok. The
I
algorithm is
agree
like
with
literally for creators.
I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah.
Um, okay, kind of on that same note, your channel's growing like crazy right now. Your channel's doing really, really well. How does that feel?
It feels I don't know how I didn't know that it was growing so quick until you tell me. I think sometimes I'm out of touch with a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I just feel like and sometimes I don't even check my subscriber count until, like, someone in my comments is like, "Congrats on almost 300K," and I'm like, "What?"
Right,
And I'm like,
right.
"What?" I'm like, "What?" Um, it feels just like a big family. It feels like my family's expanding. I'm meeting a lot of new people. A lot of my subscribers, not a lot of them, because I'm not talking to like 300,000 people.
Hmm.
But I know some of them intimately. Some of them have my number. Some of them we
Yeah,
play video games together. Some of them we talk to on Instagram. If anything, I just noticed a pickup in like the amount of people I talk to.
yeah,
I'll sit there and
absolutely.
I'll like video message like one of my favorite. I'm not saying I have favorites, but one of my closest I think is like Lotus.
Hmm.
His name is Lotus, but his name's TJ. He was a subscriber on my YouTube channel, and then he came to my Twitch stream, and then he came over to TikToks, and now we FaceTime each other. Like I was in King's Dominion the other day and I FaceTimed him because it was 4th of July because he told me Happy 4th of July and we just had like a FaceTime talk. And like,
Yeah.
if anything, it just feels like I have a lot more friends, if that makes sense. It's
There you go.
exciting
Yeah.
though, you know? I've never had
Absolutely.
so many people to talk to. It's nice. I'm not alone anymore. I used to be that weird kid in
It's
school that was just like sitting there watching, like reading manga books, like manga. I was like sitting there,
yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
emo hair, like my face was like this, and I was just like this, and like I was not popular
Yeah.
in school at all.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of how I am too. It just feels like a big family, a big group of people to to
Talk to. We
to
chilling.
talk
We
to.
vibing. We just
Yeah.
be vibing.
Absolutely. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. No, I think your channel is doing really well. Um it's been really cool to see. I don't even know how I came across your channel, to be honest. I don't remember.
I don't know how I came across my channel either. We're twins.
Um
Twinsies. I don't know.
okay.
Sorry, that's like half the people in my comment section. How did I get here, girl? I don't know, but we here, we
Yeah.
vibing. Go ahead, grab a
Exactly.
blanket. Go ahead, start chilling. Let me.
All
Uh,
right. Let's see. Okay, I got like, I don't know, five, 5 or 6 more for you.
Sorry, go
We're
ahead.
moving though. We're moving. Um. All right. So I'm actually kind of excited to talk to you about this one because it's kind of rare so far on this podcast. Um, being a person of color. And look, I think I don't think it's hard to see that the genre that we're in is predominantly white. I'm Of course
Right,
there's people of color, of course, but predominantly
right.
predominantly white. Um what's that experience been like for you? Do you feel any added pressure there, or do you embrace it?
I think this. We had talked about this on the Jubilee interview,
Mhm.
and when you put us in a room, I think it was me and Batala.
Mhm.
Batala's full black. I'm only
Mhm.
like half ish. It's a weird
Yeah.
number. My mom's black, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in me. But I am a woman of color. When you
Mhm.
could put us in a room, you really see like a difference, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, like it's a little bit harder for us a bit when
Yeah.
it is predominantly white. I'm trying to make sure I don't say anything too outlandish here, but
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
not a lot of people want to watch people of color, which is something that I've come across
Mhm.
on YouTube. Not just
Mhm.
on YouTube, it's been happening for years, and I hate that bullcrap line
Yeah.
that people use where it's like, "Oh, well, your For You page or like your timeline is curated to you." Um, it was
Mhm.
curated before you even got onto the app. Yes, what you watch after you get onto an
Right.
app will
Exactly. Yeah.
curate towards you, but they do predominantly push people who are not people of color, which sucks.
Mhm.
Um, I think the biggest thing recently is I started wearing my hair natural again, or not natural, but like
Mhm.
I blow it out and I use a diffuser a little bit and try to get some volume in it. I did that for the past
Yeah.
2 or 3 videos, and I got a comment in my last video like, "Oh, can you do something with that haircut?" I was like,
Mhm.
"My hair? I'm sorry. Did
Yeah.
my blackness offend you here?" I was like, I
Right,
hate the
right.
fact. Another thing is like I use sorry, it's like, how does that offend you? Like this dude was
Yeah.
really upset in my comment section about the fact that I was wearing my natural hair. I have naturally brown eyes. So
Mhm.
my eyes are naturally brown. I wear gray contact lenses because when I started the YouTube channel, I was wearing my gray contact lenses because it's the contact lenses that I had at that age. When I
Yeah.
go out in public and when I go out and like do things, I don't wear my gray contact lenses. I wear my regular brown
Sure.
eyes. When I do my modeling gigs, my commercial gigs, I don't use my gray eyes. I use my brown eyes. On
Right.
YouTube, you will see me literally just using the gray eyes because of the fact that's what people want. They're like, "Oh, she's a little
Yeah.
bit spicy. Like it makes you different." Like, "Oh, no, it's because you see that and you're like, "Oh, she got a little bit white on her." Like, people want
Sure.
something
Yep,
that's
yep.
like not, if that
I don't
makes sense.
disagree.
Like if
Yep.
if I change my eye color back to my brown eyes, people would be like, I don't want to watch.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like one of my number one comments. Oh, look at those eyes. Brown eyes
Mhm.
are beautiful too. Brown eyes, go ahead and get me lost in some brown eyes. Give me a nice, pretty brown eyed man. I would like to dip a strawberry in your pool of chocolate. Like, hello, like Jesus. It
Yeah.
sucks though.
Yeah.
It sucks that people attack attack the situation. Like I know Batala has spoken on the type of stuff that she has gotten in her comment section
Yeah.
before, and I have been so like the people who come to my channel, like they kind of look at me as whitewashed, if that makes sense. Like I don't have the typical, curly hair. Like I have like this type of hair from my dad's side of
Hmm.
the family. So people whiteify me, if that makes sense, to a point where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like they just go ahead and separate me mentally. They're like, okay, whatever, you're fine. Whatever, you're
Right.
fine. And then
Right.
Batala kind of
Right.
spoke on the stuff that she goes through. And I realized then I don't have it as bad as I don't wanna say actual women of color, but, like, actual
Sure.
African American women have it really bad, and she was talking about some stuff that
Absolutely.
people comment and I just wanna fight. I was like, "Just go ahead and drop that
Absolutely. Yeah.
address. Let's go ahead and pull
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Can you say" like, I really wonder if people who comment stuff like this can start saying stuff with their chest. Because I bet you,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
where I'm from, if you say that with your chest,
Oh. Oh. By the
it's
way,
on
it's
site.
zero. It's 0% that would say it to your face in real
No.
life. It's
Oh, no,
0%.
100%.
I
No.
promise
Go
you.
ahead. Tell me my hair is nappy.
I,
Say it to my face. Try it.
and you know
Try
what?
me.
And you know what's really crazy, and this is how phony a lot of commenters are, is we're taught as creators, right, to have thick skin. We're
Mhm.
taught to be like, just brush it off, and that's what we do most of the time, right? But sometimes you got to clap back, just if you're in a mood,
Oh,
you know what I mean. And
Maddie.
100% of the time for me, if I say something back, it won't be the same energy as the original comment. It'll be, oh my god, I can't believe you commented back. I'm such a
Oh,
big fan.
100%. I am a
You know
firm
what I'm
Maddie,
saying? Like,
let me tell you something, Maddie. I am a firm believer in clapping back. I have never been one to hold
mm-hmm,
my tongue with stuff like that. I have been in other
mm-hmm,
creators' comments before, clapping
mm-hmm,
back on their behalf. I have the
mm-hmm.
time. Jesus made time for me today. You got something to say, you better say it with your chest,
Yeah.
100% from your chest and from your soul. I had someone, this is like something that sticks out to me mentally. I had someone in my comment section. I was like last month or a month before last, and she was doing cover songs and like trying to get signed on her YouTube channel. And she was a smaller like
Mm-hmm.
YouTube channel, not verified or anything, like maybe 20
Yeah.
or 30 subs. And she said, "This is disgusting. Can't believe that you would literally just whisper for a living, get a job." I said, "First of all, I have a bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in med school, but let's not talk about that." Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I commented back, I'm 100% ready to clap back 24/7. I said,
Mm-hmm.
"How's that music career going for you?" She was doing covers for like 6 years. I said,
Oh.
"If you got something to
Oh
say it with
yeah.
your chest, because I will meet your energy regardless. I don't
Oh yeah.
care.
Yeah.
If y'all wanna see who April really is, I will clap back for
Yeah.
you. Maddie, if you
I
ever
mean,
need someone to clap back, you don't wanna
oh
take
yeah.
no
Yeah.
heat,
Yeah.
go ahead, hit me up.
Yeah.
Send me the
Oh
link,
no, no, no.
baby.
I
Send me the
got you. I
link."
got you. I got you too. And here's the thing too, right? It's a really important lesson for creators and for viewers out there, right? Is um
Don't get
like
ran over.
we're normal people. We're
Mhm.
human people, right? We're creators, we have followings, but like, do not get it twisted either. Like, a lot of the stuff that you say when we see it, like, um yeah, I'm not gonna. You know what I mean, though. I won't go there, but it's like,
It's not gonna go there. Imma let God handle it, 'cause if I'm
it.
let I handle it, Imma be in jail.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, at some point, like, it would take up my whole day to respond to every crazy comment. But sometimes, um, yeah,
Sometimes
sometimes
my
you
time is
gotta.
there. Yeah, sometimes you need to clap back. Sometimes you need to stand up for yourself and be like, "I wish somebody would. Like, please try
I
me."
wish they would. Oh my god, that I think that every day, every single day. I think to myself, I go, I wish, please do.
My friend does this thing. She lives in New York, so New York is like really like tense. You've been to New York. Like people in New York are
Mhm.
very rude. Love it. It's the vibe. She barks at people. Like actually
Yeah.
barks at people. Like if they try to get at her and she's like, "Ah," and I'm like, "Oh my God." Like she barks at people. I have never seen that before. I'm like, I like this energy though.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
I love my friends.
Um, Absolutely. Uh, all right, you actually brought this up earlier, which is amazing. But the first video I think that's available on your channel, I went all the way back.
Mhm.
is the scene from Toy Story 2 that you like remade, right?
Mm,
Um, Talk to me about that because here's the thing. I used to before I even knew what ASMR was, I used to watch that scene and replay it
me
all the time.
too. I love that scene. I used to when I was little, I used to sit and lay down in front of it, and, like, in order for me to get tingles, I would have to have the fan on, so I would turn the fan on
Yeah.
and then, like, have the cold air blowing on me while I'm sitting there, like, watching Woody get fixed, and I actually had,
Mhm.
like, the original Woody
Yeah.
figurine, so I went ahead and just took him out, and I was like, "This would be a great project," and I went ahead just,
Yeah.
I literally wrote down the words from the movie scene, and I just had the notebook
Mhm.
beside me, and I was doing it. I freaking
Yep.
love it. Plus, I grew up on Toy Story. It's like the best thing ever. That
Yeah.
movie, and do you know the movie Ever After with Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know the scene where her mother-in-law is, like, giving coins to the jester, and she's like, "Every
Right,
move he
right.
makes," da, da, da,
Mhm.
and then they
Mhm.
zoomed into the coins clinking. They knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Big
I
brain.
mean, there's so much there's so much ASMR in so many movies. It's insane.
Ridiculous. It
It's
is
really
ridiculous.
crazy.
Yeah.
But that Toy Story 2 scene is really really famous. Like I think there's someone uploaded that scene as an ASMR video. They're just like the
There was
most
yeah, yeah,
ASMR,
yeah.
you know what I
Compilation.
mean?
It was like
And
compilation ASMR in movies.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I just had to bring that up because I love that scene, and before I even knew what ASMR was, I watched that over and over and over, over and
Yeah.
over
It was a 100 scene. It was a 10 out of 10.
and over. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I would say on your socials and on stream and everything, you're very open about being in a relationship. Shout out to KJ. Um I know a lot of creators keep it a secret for you know
Many
whatever
reasons.
reason that they're keeping
Obvious
it a
reasons,
secret
yeah.
for. What's been your experience been with that? Like, do you get any hate for that? Do you get applause for that? Like, what's the situation with that? Being a creator with a following, but who is also very open about being in a relationship.
So this is really interesting. I love this question because it's like different for every platform. On YouTube,
Hmm.
there's like a group of people who are like, ew, she has a boyfriend. Like, there's people who stake claims on me. I'm like, I don't know you,
Mm-hmm.
never knew you. I'm not going to guarantee
Yep.
myself to nobody. The only thing I can commit to is a crime. Billie Eilish said it best.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I commit to is a crime. But um,
Mm-hmm.
I started dating KJ, and he was already my best friend. He was already in my comment section when he was my best friend, and people knew him from my comment section.
Mm.
So when we started dating and we
Okay.
actually came out as dating, they're like, "Is this a joke? Like, this is just a subscriber?" And I was like,
Ah,
"No,
okay.
like he's actually like my
Okay.
best friend in real life." But he was always like that one subscriber who's the first person on my comment section. Um,
Got it.
I think it's hard to have a open relationship as a creator. I personally have got to the point where it's like, screw it. If me and him break up, then we break up. Hopefully not, knock on wood.
Mhm.
If we break up, we break up, and how
Right.
everyone else feels does not dictate how I'm going to feel. Because at the end of the day, I'm just sharing a
Right.
piece of my life with you. Don't get attached to nothing that's in my
Yep.
life. I'm going to tell you all right now. Don't get attached to anything, anyone, because at the end of the day, it's my life, and I need to make sure that I'm doing what's best for me. So if that means like we get married,
Yeah.
we gonna get married. I'm gonna put on a dress.
Right.
If that means we're gonna break up, then we're gonna break up. But it's like there's people who the first time I posted KJ on my Instagram, I lost almost 1,000 followers, and I was just like,
Ooh.
for what? For what, babes? And it's
Yeah.
funny though, and I don't mind losing those people because if I'm losing, and
Sure,
it's
of
one of those
course.
things.
That's
Numbers don't really matter to me. It's like
mm,
you're just a number. It's okay. Like especially if you're acting like
mhm.
that. Okay, you don't need to be here
Yeah.
in the first place. It's okay. If you want to leave, you can leave.
Right.
I'm also not going to chase people down. It's okay. Everybody needs to live their
Right.
own life. Do what brings you peace, babes. Do
But
what brings you peace.
do you think but like okay, so this is what I get that from a lot of people and and that's happened to me as well in the past where like but why do you think that is? Do you think it's the people unfollowing when they find out because they thought they had a chance?
Yes. Oh my gosh. They'll leave me mean comments in my DMs. They're like, I
Right?
thought it was love. I'm like, I've never
Right.
met you. We made eye contact
Yeah.
in a video once. I looked at the
Mhm.
lens. I'm just like, okay, I don't know what you mean.
I mean,
I'm
but isn't that
scared.
crazy though? Like, and look, here's the interesting thing to me, right? Is ASMR, um, regardless of our intentions of how we make it, when we put it out into the world, however they take it is not our business at all, right?
Exactly.
We're
Hmm.
making videos, and however you take it, it's cool. Not our business though. And like, I think it's really interesting though, because ASMR can be really intimate in a lot of different ways. It can be really intimately comforting, like you said with Maria, like as a
Right.
matronly figure, right?
Right.
And so like I get being attached to a creator in that way,
Oh my
but there
God.
has to be a line. There has to be a line though of like,
This is something that a lot
you know
of
what I
people
mean?
don't know. This is
Hmm.
a another little, exclusive here that no one
I
really
love it.
knows.
This is
I'm
where I
gonna
need
go
my
ahead and
air
let y'all
horns.
know. Da-da-da-da. Another exclusive.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba. Every ASMR video that I have done in the past year, KJ has been on
Mhm.
FaceTime in the back of it, watching me make the
Wait,
ASMR
what?
video. Yeah. Every single one, he goes on mute. So he'll go on
Yeah.
mute. I'll FaceTime him because we stay on FaceTime 24/7 if we're not together. We'll be on
Yeah.
FaceTime together. He'll go on mute and I'll leave mine unmuted and he can hear the tingles. And even
Mhm.
after he's listened to it on the FaceTime, he still goes and watch the video to support me, of course.
Nice. Yeah.
But I remember one time he commented that underneath one of my videos a couple months ago, he was like, "Bet you guys didn't know I'm in every one of her videos because I'm technically there because she's FaceTiming me."
Whoa.
People were so pissed, mostly men. They were like,
Oh,
"I thought
man.
this was like one-on-one time. Now it doesn't feel as personal. It doesn't feel as." I was like,
Sure.
"Sir,
Yeah.
sir, take a seat. Let me tell you something. Before when I lived in my mom's house, my mama was in the background. My father was in the
Right.
background. My brother lived there.
Right.
My brother was downstairs. It was never really that intimate.
Yeah.
It's never that serious, love. It's okay. Relax.
Yep.
It's okay." I was like, he just sit.
Mhm.
It's a
Mhm.
routine for me, and it makes me more comfortable. If that makes sense, like it makes
Yeah,
me more
definitely.
chill. I'm like, my best friend is like sitting right here in front of me. He's on
Right.
FaceTime and he's chilling, and sometimes he makes me a little bit more energetic when I'm on, when I'm filming and stuff
Yeah.
because he's sitting there doing weird things. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like I sit there and I get excited. I'm like, okay, it makes me happy. That genuinely makes me smile. Sometimes when you're sitting here looking at
Absolutely.
the camera, like you have to find a reason to smile, and then that's my
Right.
reason. Like he sits there and he's like doing goofy stuff. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is so cute. Sorry.
That's cool. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
did not know
It's a
that.
sweet.
That's a
Yeah,
cool little Easter egg.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him. He seems really really nice. He's came into my Twitch chat. I think he
Hmm.
subbed even. Like he seems
Yeah.
really like a really supportive guy.
Yes.
So shout out to him.
Everything that I have in here, he set up. So when I moved here, he built everything
Yeah.
'cause he didn't want me to lift a finger. He's very gentleman like that. Like he doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Like when we go out shopping and stuff, he doesn't let me hold my own purse. He gets the groceries, doesn't let me
Right.
pick up the bags, even though if I want to, I have to fight him
I
to do
love it.
it. Opens the doors. All
Love it.
this stuff, like that's in my
Yep.
room, like right here, he set it up. This whole thing. He built the desk. It's really
Love it.
nice. Built everything.
Yep.
Like he's very great with his hands. I didn't even know how to set up this whole like podcast thingy. He set up the camera, the mic, the everything, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
oh my god, you're
I
so
love it. You
strong.
love to see it. You love to see it. Love to see it.
Mm,
I mean, but I think that's really cool. And honestly, like it having that kind of support system, even down to the FaceTime thing that you're talking about, is huge for a creator.
right,
Huge.
100%.
Um, all right, let's talk about your creative process,
Mhm.
ideas, filming, props, everything that goes along with a video. What's your favorite part of the process?
I think my favorite part of filming and making the content is like the
Hmm.
process of how can I say it? I've just now learned to like stop doing so many cuts. And if I mess up and
Hmm.
say like a word backwards, because it's almost like I'm dyslexic a little bit, I'll say my sentence
Hmm.
backwards and I'll be like, dang, what did I just say? What did I just say?
Yeah. Yeah.
I started leaving stuff in there. It's like the whole process of looking crazy, but it's okay to look
Yeah.
crazy because a lot of people think you're crazy anyway, so why not? So it's like one of
Right.
those things where it's like whatever. Also finding things to make the sounds with. I used
Yeah,
to watch ASMR a lot, like when I was first started out for like inspiration, but now I don't do that anymore because the fact I think it's like just like if you worked at Starbucks, you're not going to drink as much Starbucks, or like you don't want to come to a Starbucks if you work at
absolutely.
Starbucks. I don't watch as
Yeah.
much YouTube anymore because of the fact that I work for YouTube. So it's like I just don't
Hmm.
enjoy it like I used to. Like it's in my work folder on my phone. Like I have a folder for work and you click
Right.
it, it's like my YouTube app, my YouTube studio app. Like it doesn't
Yep.
have that same it doesn't give to me anymore.
Hmm.
Finding things that I can tap on or, the sounds, or if I go out in public, sometimes I do a little extra listening to everyone around me. I love a
Right.
good, what can I say? How can I say this? Like chitter chatter. I noticed I love old people's ASMR sounds. Like old people at the bank
Mm.
when they're filling out their
Mm.
checkbook.
Hmm.
I'm like, God
Yeah.
dang,
Yeah.
dang. I'm like, give her a blue Yeti. She needs a blue Yeti.
I
She
mean,
needs a
I
blue
feel like
Yeti.
it's just more, it's like kind of delicate and slower. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
They're just so
Yeah.
sweet. They can barely speak. They're like, "Yeah, here you go, honey." I'm like,
Right.
say it. I said,
Right.
say it again. Say it again. There's this, I used to work at Wells Fargo, like I said, and there used to be this elderly couple that used to come in and they were so tingly. And I told them that one time, I said, "You guys are so tingly," and they didn't know what it meant. And I couldn't explain it to them either. And I
Hmm.
was like, it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
But
Right.
you guys just really give off great vibes. It was good though. I love old lady ASMR. If you look up old lady
Yeah.
ASMR, Sassy ASMR, which passed away, R.I.P.
Hmm.
Sassy. She was like one of my favorite
Hmm.
ASMR artists who passed away from pancreatic cancer. So
Mm.
R.I.P. Miss you dearly. But she did really great. Elderly. She wasn't even that old, but she was one of the older
Right.
creators and she did really great. She called herself the old woman or the old lady ASMR.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Um. All right, I got a few more for you, and then we'll get you out of here. Let's talk equipment really quick. This is one of the most common questions I get. People want to know what their favorite creators are using for your videos or for stream or for whatever you want to answer. What camera mics are you currently using?
Okay, so this is going to be a really weird long line of things. I'll try to shorten it up a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. So right now this is my streaming camera, which is the Black Magic fully kitted. So it's in a small rig, it's caged, it has a
Yep.
lens with a filter on it, and I think it's already color graded, I believe. I have to take
Yep.
a look at it. I have probably already color graded and set. So we have the Black Magic fully kitted, and then G7X Mark II, G7X Mark III, and
Yep.
then hold on, I don't know what this one is. This is what is this? EOS RP. Um, this is great for photos and video.
Yep.
Um, and then when it gets to mics, I have four Blue Yetis,
Oh
mostly black
wow.
colors. Yeah, it's because they break
Yep.
so easily, and maybe it's just
I
me.
oh yeah. No, I went through I haven't used the Yeti in a while, but I went through like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, like they break,
Yeah.
especially the little plug-in because the way it
Mm-hmm.
bends, you bend,
Yep.
it's hectic, and they don't have a very good return policy, or exchange policy
Yeah, they
actually.
gotta figure out they gotta do a design where the cord doesn't come out of the bottom.
Yeah,
Because then it
something
bends
better
when it
because
comes
it's
out of the bottom.
yeah, and
Yep.
it's really bad. So I have four Blue Yetis, and
Blue Yeti,
then
really quick. Blue Yeti, if you ever
okay.
hear this, you completely missed the boat. You completely missed the boat here. Like the
You have a
fact
problem?
think okay, think about this, right? Think about how many Blue Yetis have been sold because of ASMR.
Hmm.
Thousands, thousands. They completely missed the boat on one contacting these ASMR creators and designing something and releasing a mic that the creators would actually use and love that we could put input into. It would be the greatest thing ever, and they completely, I think they missed a huge boat there by not
Yeah.
because everyone has used the Blue Yeti, everyone, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I know people who aren't ASMR
Anyway,
creators who use it on a daily basis, and they're like, it's great
exactly,
for this, great
yeah,
for that. But especially with how
yeah,
many ASMR creators are coming up, this is literally their first mic. This is the go-to first mic right
exactly,
here. And the fact
yeah,
that they couldn't
yeah,
just take the port from the bottom or at least change where it's placed
exactly,
or anything, maybe make the hole not
yep.
so bendable and breakable would
Listen,
be nice.
listen, Blue, if you hear us, which you won't, but here, if you hear us, April and I will be on your billboards. All right, let's make
But
this happen. All right,
please help. Baby, help me,
please
please.
help.
Help wanted. We need some help. We need some.
Okay, so
Okay.
you got 3 or 4 Yetis, you said?
Yes, and then I
Okay.
use so there's different types of Rode mics. I don't know the specifications of it, but the Rode mics that I
Mhm.
do use, there's a couple that I use for ASMR where that's actually attached to the camera. You can put it on the side and put a huge Rode
Yeah.
mic on it. Sometimes I use
Yeah,
that
yeah.
because people like those sounds. I also have like the double edge Rode mic, so like the one Rode with the
Mhm.
things on them. I don't know what those are called
Yep.
either, but those are really popular right now, actually.
The
Those are really
NT1s.
good. Yes,
Yep.
yeah, Matty. No, yeah, Matty knows his stuff. Matty said, "I do this for a living." I said, "Okay, Matty." Not me just having a ton of equipment. I have the I have a 3DO. I hate using it. The
Yep.
battery, like, I feel like if I'm getting $1,000 mic, why is it running off a double D battery?
Mhm. Mhm.
Why is it running 3DO people, hey, Yeti, you can
Mhm.
listen
That
to,
too.
but 3DO, let me talk to you real quick. Let me say something. Let me whisper
Yeah.
in your ear. Why is there a
Mhm.
battery in this mic? Why do I have to
Mhm.
change it every time I use it? I don't even want the mic anymore. If you see my channel,
Yeah.
I don't use it anymore because of the fact that it sucks and the quality of the
Yeah.
sound sucks when the battery's dying, but the battery's always dying. So it's like,
Right.
do you want to pay
Right.
$20 for a battery again? Like I'm paying
Yeah.
at the end of it just like a ton of money just to keep it up. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I use
3DO,
it when I have
let's
to.
talk to actually 3DO their like headquarters are in Portland where I'm at.
Oh, so we should storm the Brits.
So let's go talk.
Yeah, let me just go.
Let's go talk.
How'd you get in? The gate was open. Who are you? My name's April. I know you don't know me, but let me tell you something. I know you, and I know your products. We just need to talk real quick because
Let's work.
this
Yeah.
it is
Yeah. I
2021.
feel
Why
you.
is there a battery in this $1,000 mic? Wasting my money. I want a
I feel you.
refund. I want a new one. We can storm it. It's fine. That and what's it called? I have another mic. I think I only have two left. It's like the the Zoom 4HN N
Yeah, yeah,
4H.
yeah. The H4N, yeah.
H4N. There we go. There we go. Okay, Maddie. Oh my God.
Look,
Oh my
I got all this.
God.
I've been doing this, so
Oh
yeah,
my
I got all
God.
that.
Then I have the lapel mic thing, which I can never get to
Yeah.
work, so I just don't use it. If I can't figure out how it's working, I just leave it. Like I'm just like, it's
Right,
fine.
right,
I'm gonna throw it over there. Yeah,
right.
that's pretty much it, I think. I think.
I love it. I love it. And I love the G7Xs too. I have those
Me
too. I love them.
too. I
Love them.
can't the G7X Mark III I can't get with. I can't. I'm
Yeah.
having a hard time with it.
Yeah.
Mark
Yep.
II
I
was
feel
just
you.
it. Yeah.
All right, last couple questions. If you could, I think I know your answer, by the way, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
If you could hear anyone on this podcast, who would you like to hear?
Maria!
Yep.
You already
Yep.
know.
Yep.
I would
All right.
pay
So
a lot
here's
of money
how
to be in her air.
okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Listeners out there, if and when you hear this, at Maria and say, hey, you should go on Maddie's podcast. Um, I love Maria. I've spoken with her a handful of times. She's super nice. I think it would be an amazing episode. But let's put that into the universe, people listening. Let's manifest that,
Manifesting Maria.
and
Hashtag
it'll happen.
manifesting Maria.
Yes, yes,
Hashtags.
yes, yes. I love it. All right, last question. I've asked every guest this. It's by far the most controversial. I'm sorry if you lose half your viewership. It's just
It's
how it
okay.
goes.
It happens.
Thoughts on pineapple on pizza? Is it a yes or no for you?
I've actually never tried it before.
Mm.
I haven't had pizza in a long time though. I just can't have it because of the carbs. I'm
Yeah.
allergic to carbs. Did you know that? I'm allergic to them.
Are you?
Yeah, like every time I, eat a carb, it's like my body swells, preferably my thighs. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I must be allergic to it
Mm-hmm.
because every time I eat a carb, I get bigger. So it's like I don't know. Like it just doesn't work out for me. I can't
I
stand
feel
people
you.
who can eat what they want. I'm like, I want it these
Yeah.
so bad. I want a
Right. Right.
burger.
Right.
I want a big fat
Yep.
greasy burger. I want one of Whoppers from Burger King.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Something that got the grease in it. I want to feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. I want
Okay.
I would love
Okay,
some
but look.
pizza.
But that's so. Since you've never had it, that we're gonna go with
I'm
a
gonna say
no then.
yes. Oh,
You're gonna say
okay.
yes?
Because I like
I mean, it's
sweet
up
and
to you.
salty,
Like, okay. So
right?
you think if you
No,
were to
I'm
have
gonna
it, you
say
think you'd like it?
no. I'm gonna say no. Because usually they would put ham with it, but I don't eat ham, so I'm gonna say no because I
Right.
probably wouldn't eat it.
There you go. Okay.
But if you like that, that's fine.
Okay. No, I see, and this is the thing. This is the thing we can all have our opinions, and if you don't agree with the opinion, it's not against you. It's just the opinion
Yeah,
of the thing.
right.
Um but yeah, I've asked everyone that. It seems to be the question. Like I get asked, like so many people ask that on Twitch and stuff. And then it's a 10-minute conversation because it divides
Do you
everybody.
like pineapple on pizza?
No, I'm on the no.
Oh, okay. So I'm on the good side. All right.
I'm on
Just making
and
sure.
again, that's
Making
nothing
sure.
against. I'm sure it's fine. I just can't get my mind around like a fruit that I love pineapple
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
when it's like cold and fresh on like a
hmm
hot, I don't know. I just
Savory
can't get my mind
pizza.
around that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. It's a mental block. I can see it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
hmm
Exactly. All right. Look. Um. Thank you so much for being here. This was so much fun. This was so much fun to chat. We've worked together on a collab and we conversate on social medias and stuff. But this is the first time we've like sat down and chatted, and it was a blast.
I had a great
It was a
time.
blast. I think you're fantastic. I want to see you keep going and continue to grow. Continue to
Thank you,
grow.
Maddie.
Um
Aw.
all right, where can they find you online? This is your time to plug away.
Oh my God. I'm panicking because I don't know my at handles anymore. Hold on a second. I'm the worst social media person out here in these streets. I've changed my name so many times on social medias. They're like, "What's your name?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Don't know my name, but how are you?" Okay, I got it. So I know for a
Okay.
fact that on YouTube my name is and will be April's ASMR. I know that.
Yep.
My Twitter is at April M Buckles because my middle name is
Yep.
Michelle M, like
Mm,
mom. Sorry,
got it.
Stewie Griffin. Um, let's see. Instagram is April M Buckles and TikTok is April M Buckles. Twitch is
Yep.
April's ASMR, and I think that's it. I'm not gonna plug my Facebook because that's like a family thing, and I just do like life
Yeah,
updates because
yeah,
my
don't do
family
that.
knows I'm
Yeah, don't
not
do that.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family's like,
Yeah,
"Are you
yeah, don't
dead?"
do
I'm like,
that.
"No, picture."
Right. Exactly. That's what I do too. Exactly.
Yeah,
Um
perfect.
all right, well definitely check her out. Her videos are fantastic. This was really fun. Thank you for being here.
No, I enjoyed it. Thank you for having me. It's been a blast. I had a lot of coffee.
Absolutely.
I have a little bit of the jitters.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Please remember to subscribe on YouTube, leave a 5-star review, all that good stuff. Thank you for being here. This has been the Creator Code Podcast. I am your host, MattyTingles. Be safe out there, be kind to others and yourself. I'll see you next time.